Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 31 of my Create This Book series by me and Moriah Elizabeth. I am seriously only 2 episodes away from finishing this entire book. It has taken me an embarrassingly long time. I've been working on it since November of 2022. So it's about time to finally finish this book. Today I'm going to be doing 3 more prompts, so like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get to creating. The first prompt requires me to be blindfolded. The first prompt of the day is to create blind artwork, so I'm supposed to draw something without looking while I'm drawing it. I was really nervous about this. I decided to draw an eye since I've drawn a lot of those, and I also thought it'd be kind of ironic since I can't see, and here was my reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, not bad. Okay, let's try another one. Let's
Draw a bird.
a bird. Okay.
I was very easily impressed that I drew anything that even resembled an eye, and then it became a challenge.
That's not bad.
Dang. Okay, final stage.
You
final
can tell,
level.
I think. Okay.
Level 1, easy. Level 2, medium. Level 3, hard.
Okay.
For the record, this is the hard phase.
Okay.
Draw a cat with fairy wings.
A cat with fairy wings. Okay.
Yep.
I love how my husband challenged me to draw a cat with fairy wings, and zero hesitation, I just accepted it. Like, I just did it right away. And every single time after I drew one of these, I was just so shocked that it even closely resembled what I wanted it to.
Show me.
Okay, no, because I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm impressed that I'm able to, like, pick it up and know where I'm going. Okay, validate for the camera because you were watching. I was facing you, I was not looking. Validate.
I bend.
Not that this needs validation. Validate this.
Yeah. I certify that Kara's eyes were closed the entire time and that she went easy, medium, and hard as I gave her the prompts.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Okay, let's move on.
I was very impressed with my very mediocre blind drawings, and I love that my husband turned it into a challenge. But now it's time for the next prompt, which is to create a scrapbook page. I had a different idea for this. I didn't really want to add in a whole bunch of different pictures, but I had a little themed prompt idea for this page. So what I decided to do instead was draw my favorite drink and then make a scrapbook page of things that fill my cup into a cute little thing of just things that make me happy in this moment. And then I got my husband to join me for this one too. So I told my husband that I was making my favorite drink, and then I was going to put a whole bunch of different things that make me happy in this moment. So I'm doing a matcha.
And I'm doing something that I kept calling orange drink, but is actually orange dream.
Yeah, and that's just a drink mix that you get, like a lemonade powder mix, but this one is like an orange creamsicle flavor. So that's the idea there. I just made up a teacup, and now it's time to color them in. I love all of my pretty colors, and Ben needed the orange markers mostly, so I gave him a whole bunch of different colors of orange, and then I started coloring in my matcha.
Yeah, first of all, I'm really impressed with how you explained this drink because I didn't think she was going to be able to do it. There's an episode in Practical Jokers where they're like, oh, we want purple drink in our city, and everyone's like, what is that? And that's what I thought was going to happen, but you did a great job. It was fun to highlight this thing. I'm glad I chose a single color. Ultimately, I feel like yours is more Alice in Wonderland, like whimsical feeling, which I really like. But orange drink is orange drink, and
Yeah.
I think it stands on its own.
And you, I think when I said, oh, my favorite drink, like, or we're doing our favorite drink, you took a more realistic approach because you drew, like, the glass we have. And
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So I think you, in your head, just were, like, more literal with it, so.
That's fair. Maybe I would have done like butterbeer or something if I was, really shooting for the moon.
Yeah, but you picked a good one. And then we went ahead and made little circles for the background that just kind of incorporated the colors we both used so we could tie it in together. And then it was time to write out the little things that fill our cup. And you had a genius idea for this.
Well, I thought it was your idea, to be honest with you.
I don't know what happened because I was like, oh, I'm going to make lines and put it coming out of the cup of things that fill the cup. And so then he was like, oh, that's a genius idea. Like, that's so fun. I was like, yeah, it's cute. Like, it's fill your cup. It's a little pun. But he was talking about like straws. Like, he thought that I was saying to make straws coming out of the cup. But then he made straws and I was like, whoa, that's so smart. And he's like, that was your idea. I was like, no, it wasn't. I had no idea, but it was so smart.
I feel like I kept describing them as straws even as we were working on it. So
That's probably why. I was like, what? But then it was time to start assembling, so I went ahead and put mine on the left side, and then we just wrote out things that have been making us happy lately, ranging from things like food to matcha to family time, all those sorts of good things. And this is how my side turned out. It's super cute. We've got all the little things filling our cup, and now it's your turn to assemble.
Yeah, I try to be smart with the circles, but it's really just feeling based. For me, the thing I'm probably most proud of in terms of straws, design, I should say design, because
Yeah.
obviously I'm most fond of you, of things that are on my straws. But is the Darth Maul straw? We were watching Maul Shadow Lord as we were working on this, and I was having a fun time. And I was like, you know what, this fills my cup. So I made a special straw just for Maul, and it's his double-sided lightsaber. And that's kind of why I'm crazy about that one. There he is. There he is. He's beautiful.
Yeah, that is really cool. And I love that you like actually slid the straws into. It was
Perfection.
genius. And then you
Thanks.
labeled your drink Orange Dream, and here's how it turned out. I think they both turned out so cute, and it was so fun to get to make them with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for letting me join you. This was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed seeing what fills your cup.
Now it's time for the last prompt of the day, which is to create contrast. So I'm supposed to think of a pair of opposites and then put them together. Since I've been working with my husband in this video, I always think about him and the things he likes, and he loves Pokemon, and so do I. I've been loving it lately. We just recently filled out the Pokedex in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so they're on my mind. So I thought a pair of opposites that would be fun to create would be Espeon and Umbreon, because they're supposed to be opposites. They're evolutions, but they are based off the sun and the moon kind of thing. So I feel like it'd be cute to draw both of them and make them kind of go together, but also be different. And I just thought this would make for a cute little page. So I went ahead and drew them out. I tried to do it a bit in my own style, and it took a lot of trust the process moments through this. They were looking ugly at the first sketch, but then I went ahead and just kept refining them a lot and finally got them to kind of look how I wanted them to. I still feel like they look a little alien like maybe, but I think that they turned out pretty cute at the end. So after I'd sketched them all out, then it was time to do the outlining, and then it was time to add in those little details that would help also make them look more like opposites. So for Umbreon, I went ahead and put the moon behind it, and then for Espeon, I went ahead and put the sun and did little streaks of light. That way you knew that it was different, but that they would also have a little bit more of a theme that went together. Then it was time to outline all of the artwork and make sure that it actually looked like them. If you have a favorite evolution, comment it down below. Mine is Vaporeon, but I also do love all of them, so it was really fun to get to draw them and kind of absorb their details a little bit more. So then after I finally finished outlining them all, which I tried to be really steady with to not mess up the designs, then it was finally time to do the coloring, which is my favorite part. So let's bring these opposites to life. I went ahead and started on Umbreon. I wanted to do theirs first since they're just mostly black and yellow. I feel like it'd be a little bit easier just to start there. I also wanted to try and make them look even more similar than they actually do in their original designs. I tried to do a different thing with the eyes later, and I just think it turned out so bad, but I don't know. I could not fix it. Like, Umbreon's eyes just are not as cute as Espeon's, and Espeon has these cute little purple, little anime, beautiful little eyes. Like, they're just adorable, like giving such cat energy. And then Umbreon's eyes are just, they're a little different. They're a little creepy. They're red and they were just drawn different. It was hard to get them to look right, but I also still wanted it to actually look like the Pokemon. So I had to do a little bit of revision later. So just if you're looking at this in a minute thinking, this is the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life, just know that it doesn't really get better, but I do try to fix it. I felt like their eyes just looked really bug-like. Like, I don't know, just very alien and off to me. So I went ahead and moved on and started filling in all of the gold elements. And since I had so much yellow in this one, I went ahead and added in that same yellow color to the Espeon as well, just to make sure that they looked cohesive together. I put that for the color of the sun. And then I tried to do the same thing throughout and just added some color from one picture to the other so that they would look like they go together and I could bring the opposites even closer together. so I made Umbreon's moon purple, so I made Espeon's stars purple also. Of course, I added in some adorable blush, background colors, and details, and you know I couldn't resist adding a whole bunch of white gel pen sparkles to them. It just makes everything better. So then after that, I was finally finished, and it was time to add this pair of opposites into the book. I went ahead and cut them out, put them into the book, and then I added in some background designs to try and make them even more cohesive together. I also just felt like Umbreon did not look like Umbreon with those eyes, so here's the before and after. Hopefully I made it better. I still don't think it's good, but hopefully it's at least a little bit better. But here's my adorable pair of opposites together. We have Espeon and Umbreon, but let's take a look back at the first prompt of the day, which was to create blind artwork. So I drew 3 different drawings, each one made up by my husband. I came up with the eye, and then my husband challenged me to draw a bird and a cat with fairy wings, all while not looking, and it actually shocked me how well I did. Next up was to create a scrapbook page. My husband joined me for this one too. He created an orange drink with straws of some things that fill his cup, and I made a matcha with some things that fill my cup too. This prompt was super fun and so cute. It actually turned out to be one of my favorites. Even though I didn't follow the prompt super closely, I still think it just turned out so cute, and I always love when my husband joins me for an art project. And finally, the last prompt of the day was to create contrast. So I drew Evolution's Umbreon and Espeon to go ahead and contrast the page. One is representing the sun and the other one is representing the moon, and even though they're opposites, they look really cute together. Comment down below which prompt from today was your favorite. I think mine definitely was the second prompt. It's just so fun to create things with my husband. But comment down below what yours was and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Only one episode to go till I'm done with this book. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Now there's only one more episode left until I'm completely finished with the Create This Book by Moriah Elizabeth. You may already know I've already done Create This Book 2, and now I'm almost done with the Create This Book. I do have the Create This Book 3, which I will start next, but I also want to do a whole bunch of other projects. So if you guys have any ideas on what art projects I should try, comment some down below. I'm super excited to do the Create This Book 3 too. I've done a couple prompts in there already from the global collab that I was a part of, and Moriah Elizabeth is next up in that collab. So if you want to watch that and catch up, you can right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment what your favorite prompt from today was, and like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!